Good afternoon. As you are aware, on June 20th, we will be celebrating National Heroes Day. Since its inception in 2008, we have honored some incredible Bermudians. Bermudians who have made significant contributions to Ireland, lasting contributions that have helped shape the history and help make our island what it is today. As a reminder, our national heroes to this point include Dame Lois Brown Evans, Dr. Paulu Camara Cafego, Dr. Edward Fitzgerald Gordon, Sir Henry Tucker, Sir Edward Richards, Gladys Morrell, and Mary Prince. And today, along with my colleague, the Minister of Social Development and Sports, Minister Richards, I am genuinely delighted to announce that on June 19th, there will be an addition to the distinguished list of Bermuda's national heroes, a man who has undoubtedly done so much for Bermuda and Bermudians. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to the Honorable Sir John W. Swan, KBE, JP. On Sunday, June 19th, Sir John will be formally inducted as a national hero during a ceremony at Camden. Sir John's contributions have significantly shaped Bermuda and its development. His impact has been of such a magnitude that it is still being felt today. He has been recognized not only locally, but internationally as well for his work to the communities. Sir John Swan, KBE JP, is a real estate developer, a political luminary, a philanthropist, and the longest-serving Premier of Bermuda. Known and respected for his entrepreneurial mind, Sir John began his business career in real estate in 1962 when he founded the John W. Swan Agency. Through this business venture, Sir John was able to help countless Bermudians secure their own homes because his company actually developed houses. Some other noteworthy accomplishments made by Sir John through his career: he was a founding member of the Bermuda Monetary Authority, a director of the Bermuda Chamber of Commerce, and a director of the Bermuda Employees Council. Sir John's political career began back in 1972, and it spanned 25 years of active and relentless service to the people of Bermuda. He demonstrated tremendous expertise during his tenure, holding portfolios first as a Minister of Marine and Air Services from 1975 and 1976, and then as Minister of Immigration and Home Affairs from 1976 through to 1982. Sir John became the Premier of Bermuda in 1982 and served in that capacity for 13 and a half years. In my opinion, one of his most significant milestones during his political legacy was achieved in 1986 when he pioneered the negotiations of the U.S.-Bermuda Tax Convention to its completion. This agreement resulted in the development of the insurance and the reinsurance industries and established the island as a major offshore financial center, thus creating a foundation for the island's stable economy and a well-developed infrastructure and regulatory framework. Sir John's contributions have been profound. Moreover, he embodies the criteria that have been established under the Bermuda National Heroes Guidelines to help determine national heroes. According to these guidelines, individuals or groups must meet most of the following criteria, and I'll list them off. The person must have made a significant and lasting contribution to Bermuda. The person has enriched the lives of others. The person's legacy will stand the test of time and have continued relevance into the future. The person has contributed to the quality of life and destiny of Bermuda. The person is considered outstanding in their area of activity. The person has ready name recognition among the general public. The person is recognized for his or her profession, and the person is reflective of Bermuda's cultural heritage and diversity. There is no doubt that the Honorable Sir John W. Swan, KBE JP, fits the above criteria. The nature of a person's contribution to the development of society is the benchmark against which persons ought to be selected. Sir John's significant involvement, participation, and leadership in the business arena, the world of politics, and in helping our community make him a most worthy hero and worthy of the designation on June 19th. I invite all of you on Sunday, June 19th at 4 p.m. to the Camden grounds, where we will induct Sir John Swan as Bermuda's newest national hero. Well, let's separate the criteria from the timelines. The criteria, the specific requirements that a nominated person would have to pass the Naming and Recognition Committee scrutiny of it, and then to be approved by cabinet. The timelines are another thing in itself. Now, as far as the publication of what you just mentioned, that's something that we'll have to look at and see how it's been done in the past and make sure we do it properly in the future. Sir John, as I mentioned in my comments, has had a tremendous impact on Bermuda since the 1960s, right through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and now even in this century. Sir John continues to work hard for Bermuda. So you could probably the easiest answer to that would be that Sir John continues to have a role to play in Bermuda, and he does it because he cares and he loves Bermuda and our people. In the past, since 2008, now Sir John will be, I believe, the 8th person to be recorded and recognized as a national hero. The other 7 have been deceased when they were recognized. The cabinet has had discussions in my time around that table about recognizing people after they passed or when they passed. And cabinet in the past has had the view that people should have passed on to their greater reward, as some people recall it. But in this case, cabinet believes that it's most appropriate, and I fully support it. I think that yes, national heroes should come from the ranks of the living and those who have moved on to that greater reward, and that's up to a cabinet decision to decide what they want to do. These are some of the most difficult debates that you have around the table, because everyone has their own personal opinions. Everyone has opinions that are passed on to them from the community. But if you look at this particular person, it's hard to argue in any negative stance about what this person has contributed, and it's fitting and appropriate to recognize somebody that's living for all they've done. So I'm delighted that we have the opportunity to take this step, and I'm delighted that June 19th will come and we'll have the ceremony at Camden. Nominations are put into the Naming and Recognition Committee. The Naming and Recognition Committee vets those nominations and makes a recommendation to Cabinet. Cabinet will then review those recommendations and accept them or not accept them and make their decision. There was no request this year to submit nominations, but nominations period never closes, so anyone can submit a nomination at any time of the year they wish to submit nominations. So perhaps this is a good time now for people to be reminded to submit nominations. I don't think we should just think about national heroes on June 20th when the holiday falls. I think we should think about it all year round, so we have a proper vetting of it. So nomination period never closes, it's always open. Nominations should be open for national heroes all the time. You shouldn't just think about it when you see something in the paper. If we're really that interested in promoting people who have done a great job for Bermuda, we should be thinking about national heroes all the time. It's akin to the Queen's birthday honors. It's done twice a year. Those honors are open for application all through the year, and rarely do you see ever a call to put those in. But why do the honors happen? Because people think that Joe Smith is worthy of a Queen's Certificate Badge of Honor or OBE or MBE. We need to treat the national heroes in a higher vein. We need to be thinking about that all the time. And in this case, Sir John Swan will be recognized across Bermuda as the most worthy and valid recipient. So we're excited.
How many people nominated Sir John Swan?
Just one. Just one. I nominated Sir John Swan.
Thank you.
Decision was made by the committee, and the committee takes the decision to cabinet, and cabinet decides.
That brings me back to my question I asked previously. When was that nomination submitted, and when was the decision made?
I'll have to give you the exact dates and go back and look at the records. I cannot put a finger on it because I don't remember if it was May 7th or April 30th or whenever. I can't remember the time. But the recommendation was made. The committee looks at it. The committee makes a decision, and the committee brought the decision to cabinet. So John Swan is a national hero, and if some people can't accept that, that's fine. I think the cabinet's proud to put that forward, and we should be delighted to support that.